business of receiving, but we appreciate it.
我唔知啊，大家姊妹啊有咩感覺？不過我就好清晰咧，我哋三位弟兄嘅中間咧。
And David, he was good in participating in worship today. He helped us with the Chinese portion since we can't read or speak in Chinese language or anything very well. To me, you know, it's just a bunch of characters to me when I try to read Chinese. So. I know there's a meaning to each one, but I don't know what it is. So, we're going to do service a little bit differently today. You know, I've been speaking a lot consistently for several months. But we also are we're actually going to have this women's conference in Tangchung. And the facility is approved. We're going to be at YMCA in college in Tangchung. And they just approved us on Friday for that. So yay, Lord! Thank you, Lord. All right, and we're going to have to start, you know, doing some things toward that. We need everything. We need everyone's participation. Now, it is a women's conference, but men are welcome too. It's just like Girls' Night Out this Thursday. You know, this church is having a big impact in the community. I don't know whether you realize it or not. We're just a little few people, but and it seems like we're not doing much of anything, but the people around us are recognizing what's happening, even with the outreaches in Tangchung with the Girls' Night Out. And Girls' Night Out being an extension of this church, ministry of this church, it's causing this little church here in this coffee shop in Mongkok to have impact in Hong Kong.
From Lamping to Tangchung.
Okay, so what's happening is people are now starting to come from the community and actually bring their husbands. We have, for instance, people who are maybe Catholic in their persuasion, bringing their unsaved husbands and family and things like that. For instance, we have an Indian family that comes, and they're you know, the wife is Catholic, and but the husband is not really anything. He's just an Indian that doesn't believe a whole lot of anything, in particular as far as religion goes.
然後喺東涌咧已經好大影響，當有啲好似佢本來係天主教，然後嚟到東涌Girls' Night Out，佢帶埋啲先生，開始有好大嘅影響。啲人咧就開始嚟帶佢啲 家人先生。
This is just one example, and he feels comfortable there because of the format. He's not having religion forced down his throat.
然後咧好多啲嚟 girls night out 啲姊妹咧帶埋佢自己嘅先生嚟咧，佢哋又好舒服，好似有一個印度夫婦個先生嚟到咧，佢好舒服，因為佢唔覺得好宗教化。
And there are many others that are starting to trickle in. That was just one example.
而家唔係淨止唔係。
And so we really appreciate those who do come to Girls' Night Out from the church.
我哋要真心多謝每一個咧喺度支持我哋。
Your attendance is appreciated, and not only that, but every time you come, you actually add something when you come.
唔係淨止你嚟到，我哋每次你嚟到咧，我哋真心咧就係好感謝。
Now we had Pastor Nancy was supposed to speak this time at Girls' Night Out, but we've had a change in the schedule.
嚟緊呢個 Girls Night 啦，本來係Nancy 俾個信息嘅。
There's going to be more of an emphasis. We have another speaker and their family coming. It's actually going to be, as far as we know, it'll be two sisters that may be speaking regarding the Holy Spirit.
Plus the mom and dad.
佢呢個嚟緊呢個
Yes, is it on the 18th?
18號喺東涌咧，
Thursday
咪 Nancy 俾信息啦。不過我哋有依家人兩個女同埋佢爸爸媽媽會俾一個先知性一個服務。
So it's good if you can arrive between 7 and 7:30. We want to get started at 7:30 if possible.
如果你通常都係最好係7點鐘嚟到啦，我哋最遲7點半開始。
And there might be a little bit more information regarding the conference, but I don't know.
然後我哋呢個 conference 喺嗰度會宣告會多啲信息俾公眾。
Now these sisters have a father that has authored a book.
然後咧佢呢兩姊妹咧，佢爸爸係寫咗本書就係教會
He has a website too.
佢有個網站。
Yes, and so both he and his wife and two daughters should be there.
然後嗰日就係Bruce Isam 兩夫婦同埋佢哋
Been a missionary here for
嗰日
20
信
years.
息同埋有個
So the Isams are a good family to listen to.
然後Isam 呢家人佢哋都係喺香港都好耐嘅。
Anyway, this is available to look at if you like.
你可以睇下呢本書。
I'll just set it over here. Okay, as I said, I've been speaking for a while now, consistently.
然後咧，呢幾個月即係如果你同我哋一齊耐啲咧，你本來知道我哋4個都仲有講到，不如呢好幾個月咧都係 Richard 講。
But briefly, I'd like to know if anyone here would like to share anything briefly as to what the Lord has done in your life. Now, remember last week you were supposed to be spending special time with the Lord, and He was going to spend time with you.
所以而家咧呢個時候咧，如果你有咩分享榮耀神嘅見證咧，我哋開呢個咪俾你，可以同我哋分享。
So, anyone here want to share anything regarding what happened last week in their life?
如果因為上星期咧Pastor Richard 講咗，你要有自己一個時間同神一齊，你要自己嘅私人時間。如果你有乜嘢係見證分享，你可以。
Now, don't be shy. I'll even let you hold the microphone. Anybody? Nobody wants to share. Okay. Well, if you should think of something or the Lord moves on you, just stick up your hand or something so we know what's going on.
如果你有咩感動咧，你隨時舉手，都讓個咪佢。
Okay. Sorry, I did use an Americanized phrase. When we say stick up your hand, it means put it up. Raise it. Anyway, what just happened here this morning when the ladies were dancing around the men? except you were with worship,
今日
is
我哋個敬拜嗰陣時咩事發生
in praying for the men
然後為
is
咗啲弟
is
兄
an example is an example of what may be happening regarding the conference coming up in June and July.
可能呢個反映嚟緊6月份、7月份我哋個大特會嗰度有可能
And
少少預
What I mean by that, remember there's a kind of a title for this conference that deal, but I'll just explain it like this. Women with dignity and honor, right? Dignity and honor.
然後我哋嘅標題咧就係女士們有尊嚴同埋
What that is it's teaching, it's explaining to women that they are not less because a man tells them that they are.
然後呢個標題係女人尊嚴 dignity and honor，又係話俾佢聽，你唔係蝕嘅。如果有你隔離係有個男人嘅，你唔係差過嗰個男人。
That Christian women are daughters of the King of Kings.
即係呢個特會，呢個大型呢個特會咧，就係話俾大家啲姊妹聽啦，你係神嘅女，你係好特別
And
嘅。
sometimes, like now, where the situation is, more of the daughters of God are in relationship with Him through Jesus than seems to be the men in the community.
我哋而家就普遍啲咧，教會咧就多姊妹多啲嘅，姊妹同我哋嘅神嘅關係係有可能密切啲嘅。
Now, the daughters are they carry more readily. They carry and exercise the things. The Holy Spirit can move through them quite readily.
然後好多時咧，聖靈咧就動用啲姊妹多過動用啲
To touch the men and to affect the men without any presumption on the part of the women.
然後時聖靈就動用好多姊妹鼓勵啲弟兄多咁樣多過弟兄鼓勵。
So I'm not going to stand here and go through all this. I could make a big message just on this, but I'm not speaking, right? I'm just used to it.
今日就我今日嘅經文信息唔係我負責，所以
So
講到呢度為止
So
啦。
Pastor Nancy actually has a message for you today,
然後我哋交個咪俾Pastor Nancy 啦。
and we want to thank you, everyone for being here. Dorcas, you weren't here a little bit earlier, so thank you for being here.
我哋
Yay,
真心多
Dorcas
謝
is
大
here.
家。
Yay. Okay, Pastor Nancy.